Hello, it's Victoria Wynn. It's been a while since I have shared something that I was wildly passionate about. Get some popcorn because I'm about to blow my top about this. So there's an acrylic pouring group where I saw someone post today. They were asking for some guidance on a technique, and then in parentheses they made a comment about so glad for those that actually share their techniques. And then that already was just like, that was so obnoxious. Why did you even say that? Just ask your dang technique question, but you don't need to throw others under the bus. Oh, I know. It said unlike some others that don't share so much is what it was saying. I really appreciate this artist who shares a lot, and then unlike some others, parentheses. So then further in the thread, someone else comments and says, and I will share the actual comment below, but I am paraphrasing, and it said something about, I really appreciate those that are have more kind hearts, that are more generous hearts. So right off the bat, can you guess why this gets me fuming and so ticked off? Just so curious if you guys know me well enough, or what might be kind of triggering for me about this. So I will explain. All of you put in, and including myself, so much time, energy, work, money, materials, resources, brilliance in your mind, laying around in bed and coming up with ideas and techniques, and you're trying and you're failing and you're practicing and you're growing, and you're putting all of this into it. And then these entitled people get angry if you don't share. I see this often, actually. This was not some new post to me. This is something that I see. I just decided that I wanted to share with you. I feel for me, it's F you, whatever, screw you. And this is coming from someone that does share quite generously, and it still ticks me off because some of you are so soft-hearted and so kind-hearted that I would hate for you to see this passive-aggressive, manipulative comments yeah, so glad there's some kind-hearted artists out there. I would hate for you to ever think that you weren't a kind, good person because you didn't want to share a technique. There's people that their very, very special, innovative technique they have in their gallery, or they're making money off of it. They're trying to quit their job that they don't like so they can be an artist. And it is okay to not share your secrets, things that you have figured out on your own. Once upon a time, before the internet, there was this thing called an art teacher. And these art teachers, that was their full-time career. It's how they bought their groceries and took care of their families. And now it's how dare you? How dare you charge for your knowledge? How dare you not share? And I'm thinking, whoa, how dare you be so entitled to think that anybody owes you anything? As a matter of fact, here as I'm learning alcohol ink, and I am looking at hundreds or thousands of images of all this beautiful alcohol ink art, I'm wow, I'm so glad they even showed the final picture. I'm not talking about process videos. The final picture is a gift to me alone, because I can look at that and gain inspiration and deem it something that I hope to do something at least kind of like. So just the fact that you even share your art is a gift in and of itself. So all this, again, it's passive aggressive, manipulative comments. I would rather people just say, I mean, geez, just own it, people. I would rather they, instead of this, in parentheses, unlike some others, and so glad that there are actually kind-hearted artists out there, you know, that will share. Like, that is just a bunch of bull. That is a character flaw if I ever saw one. At least if they would say, I feel like the world owes me to not figure out this stuff for myself, and therefore I get pretty mad when people don't tell me how they do things because I want everything to be spoon fed to me and I have some gratitude issues. Like, just own it. No, if you're gonna have that attitude, then at least just say, hey, I expect things to be handed to me, and if they are, sometimes I'll be grateful, sometimes not. But if they're not, I'm gonna throw a fit, because I kind of like drama. Feels good, feels fun. It's a way I get attention. I didn't get enough attention as a child. I mean, just be real, people, because these posts are absolutely obnoxious, and I'm so concerned that some of you might fall for the, you know, you're not as kind-hearted or something. You do not have to share any of the techniques that you've figured out and learned, whether it was failing or whatever it is. I can name a few people in this group right off the bat who I have felt like I did not ask, what's that technique? I thought, whoa, that is awesome. Amy Nichols, Missy Dial, Cassie Mitchell, like all three of these ladies just in the last couple weeks have come up with, or shared, maybe they came up with it a while ago, techniques that I'm just like, brava, like that's amazing. But I haven't expected any of you, those three ladies and anybody else, to ever share. And if you do share in the group, then we're all like, that's amazing and thank you. There is never an expectation. We're all, you know, we're trying to make it in this really, really crazy world right now. So please, if you see these passive aggressive comments that some people aren't as generous because they're not sharing their secrets or their tricks, that's a really skewed way of looking at it, and please don't fall for them, for that kind of, you know, shaming. I think it's awful to have that. This VIP group, I have not seen it, and thank goodness. You're all grateful and if someone does share, and please don't ever feel like in my group you have to share the technique. Someone might ask and you can just say, oh, it's just something I'm working on, I'm still developing it. Or, I mean, I say things like this one's proprietary, or this one is, I mean, I have absolutely done that. I get to do that. I came up with it. I spent thousands of dollars of wasted whatever, and I shouldn't call it wasted, but I mean, literally went in the trash, right? Product to figure things out. I've had people say, how do you make your metallic powders? You know, what's the recipe? What do you use? Blah, blah, blah. And I just don't even reply. But you have every right to keep that to yourself, and it does not make you any less of an amazing human being. Everybody that is in my VIP group, amazing human beings. And as a matter of fact, I'll probably share this on the Instagram as well, because there's so many incredible followers and people that I follow, that I want to share this message of don't worry about those entitled people. Don't let them push you around. You be you, share what you want, don't share what you don't want, and just stay having fun and feeling like a 5-year-old, you know, when you're playing with art. I love you guys. This is Victoria Wynn, WynnModernArt.com.